Uh, Thank you all for coming. First of all, we are very pleased to announce tonight the arrest of Ashmere Johnson, 19 years old, of 912 East 39th Street for the shooting 6 days ago of Jason Statz and David Williams. We are looking for his accomplice in this crime, Desmond Antonio Hunter, formerly of that same address, 912 East 39th Street. We don't know where he is currently residing. He has gone from that house. We believe him to be in Savannah, and we believe him to be armed and dangerous. I need to make it clear that this is one of those cases that we would have had great difficulty solving without key information from the public. That information flowed to our partner, Crime Stoppers, and allowed us to make this arrest and then the next arrest that we hope to make very quickly with additional help from the public. I'd like to point out that a lot of people, many of whom are standing here with me, have worked this case virtually around the clock since it happened. That, however, is not uncommon. We are working every violent crime in this county as hard as possible and with as much urgency as possible. In the past 2 weeks alone, we have seized over 30 illegal guns. And I want to make it clear we are absolutely focused on guns and criminals who are carrying guns. And we expect in the coming weeks to announce several significant arrests on other high-profile shootings. We care deeply about all victims of violent crime, and it's a testimony to the men and women of this department who work so hard and so passionately to make these cases. And I want to introduce just a small portion of the people that are working these cases all the time. First, I have Captain Hank Wiley, who's the commanding officer of Central Precinct, where this crime occurred. He works this area all the time. He communicates with the neighborhood groups. He had patrol people out that night and the next day. They've been working this case hard with every resource they've got. Lieutenant Kerry Thomas here, who's the commanding officer of the forensics unit. Again, we have really changed how we handle forensics in this department, and Kerry was brought in specifically and put in command of the forensics unit to take it to the next level. You guys are frequently at our scenes. You've now seen the light trucks. You've seen the extra individuals we bring out. That is at the direction of Lieutenant Thomas, who brought in quite a substantial crew of people to work this case through the weekend. Lieutenant Devon Adams, who's the commanding officer of the violent crime unit. And again, Devon spent his weekend here meeting with his detectives, coordinating with Kerry, working this case. And again, even while we're talking about this case, we're still talking about other cases all the time. So I've met with Devo in the last couple of hours on 3, 4, 5 other cases. And Detective Pete Rivera, who's somewhere behind me, who's been the lead investigator on this case and who's been working tirelessly on this case, and not only trying to work the case and identify the suspects and make an arrest, but also keep the family involved and make sure they know what is happening.